on the Camaro. So if you need help, knowing how to do it, I suggest you watch this closely.
Alright people, first thing you want to do is, as you see, we got our LED lights laid out right now. Now, these have arrows on them. The arrows we bought in the RGB kit. The arrows tell you which way the RGB lights are going to be flowing whenever you have it in the mode with your remote. Now, we're going with something unique right here, because with our kit, we're going to have the back side of the car going this way right here, and the front is going to be doing the exact opposite, going from the left side of the car over to the front. So it's going to be meeting on the driver's side front corner here.
You hear that, folks? That's the man with the plan.
Right now we're getting all the wiring set up, and we're going to do a little test one before we fully commit, just in case if anything has happened since we tested them the last time. These have 3 prongs and a little plastic piece right there. A little plastic piece goes in this notch right here, so you don't accidentally put the wrong prong in the wrong hole. But I will admit, it is hard to get them lined up, because there's no outer indicator where the plastic, but it seems like I got it that time. And this does take a lot of strength to actually press them together, but that's a good thing, because that means less water.
Yep.
There we go. I'll just take this right here, and it should just screw on, making that seal even greater, pulling them even tighter together. And this box will end up going, since he doesn't have a jack in there. This box is right in there, real nice like. And for his convenience, we're just going to zip tie it in there, just in case if he wants to move it later or anything like that.
Smart.
Now, we go down here, grab our female side. We untwist the wires. And remember, oh, you put it away? Oh. Now, remember, since how these are hard to put back together, they'll take apart and put it back together due to the pressure. Run these behind your tire so you don't have to take them apart again. So just go down here, throw it forward. Where now we're on this side over here, we can grab it, pull it on through, and attach it to this. And when you're working on the ground like we are, blow them out. Again, match the male to the female side, and match the plastic notch to the other one. That one actually went in pretty good, which puzzles me. Also, D'Angelo, you're missing the connector for this one. The screw-ring connector. You may want to check in the box. Right on the seal. Oh, I found it.
Good.
Is on the opposite side than what it needed to be for some reason. But we found it. Crisis averted. Or else we're gonna have to use some electrical tape, which you technically don't want to do when you're driving, putting this on an everyday car. Use a bunch of electrical tape.
You say you don't want to do what?
Say like if we was missing this, if you was just to put a bunch of electrical tape with you driving this car, every day, that tape will slowly get loosened up and loosened up.
Right.
But if you're just putting some quick little cheap set on, which luckily earlier when I ran the wires into the trunk, I already connected it and I had it going this way. And don't worry, we will once we finalize where we want all this to go, the wires will get put up and attached to a solid piece on the car. You don't want to install it on a suspension piece or any piece that moves, because over time the metal will keep on bending this and it'll break the copper wires on the inside.
Right.
And never get the ones that are flimsy right here. Always get the ones like he has gotten, aluminum backing. Them are a whole lot more solid and less prone to tear or anything. Again, just throw the wire. And we grab this right here, do the same thing. Now immediately it probably would have been easier to do it that way, but oh well. Pull this out, blow it out. Match the two together. Man, they're going so easy together now.
Perfect.
I wonder what the other one's problems were.
Hey, we in this thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna share it to Facebook.
Upwards. So you have a good view of them. Because we're gonna do a quick little test right now to make sure every single one of them is on. You're gonna come in here. You're gonna come in here. Have your fuse and everything, but we're gonna later on we're gonna disconnect this right here, attach another wire right here for our button. But for now, we're gonna do this right here. Attach it to the positive. Actually, D'Angelo, you wanna go around? They should be on, are they on?
Oh yeah, lights. Oh yeah, the lights working. Lights working. Lights working. Lights working. Let's get it. They are working.
Alrighty then. That's all we needed to test. And don't do what I just done and get, because I was grabbing on to the bare metal pieces to have good contact. But with 12 volts, it's like a tingle. So now that we know that everything has worked, it's all good, we're gonna start with our button now, because we don't want to just install the LED lights on the car right now if our button does not work. If we cannot wire up our button, then the kit's basically useless. Now, sadly, this brand of button did not come with a little kit telling you what it is. It just came with this thing saying something, but it's not the right backing of this kit. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prongs, and sadly our wires are not matched up the same.
You just found it out?
No, I knew that.
Oh.
That's the reason why I said it's going to be kind of a pain to figure out which one of the wires is actually good. But how we can tell that is, let's go ahead. Since how we're not going to do our negative, I know I'm kind of taking us off track right now. You can either pick this one or this one, but I suggest this one, because on Camaros here, this one is a tightener. So we're going to go ahead and loosen that nut right there up and go ahead and attach that on there. Now, traditionally, you can end up swapping this with a circle one, which is what I recommend, because you don't want that other one slipping out. So we've got some extra wire right there, some extra little connectors, and we have three different sizes here. Now, I think his car is going to need this one right here. So, you can come over here. And, yep, looky there. First try. That's going to fit nicely down in there. I may have to widen it out. Nope, it's going to be perfect, actually. So, a little movement is still good as long as that gets on there and we unloosen that nut and tighten it. So, before we do that, we got to take this off right here. Now, you want to, since we're not going to be using this for any other project, we're just going to go ahead and clip it because we don't need it no more. Don't need it no more. Just like that. Always remember to pick up your trash because you don't want no dog or anybody getting into it. Now, this ain't going to cause no damage to anybody, but them prongs may hurt a dog's throat or something. I'm just going to set that down right there. Going to take your, this is a fancy pair of wire strippers. Just going to put your wire strippers right in there. Have you about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. Going to grip down and pull. Just like that. And now we're going to take the wires. Some people don't twist these wires. I do. Just because it's a whole lot easier to put them up in there. Now, since this is a bigger gauge than the wire, and I just noticed that, we're going to go ahead and strip a few more to where we can take this wire, twist it some more, and bend it backwards. Try to bend it at the same length of your wire. And we take our connector here, put it in there to where it's barely just coming out of there. Just like that right there. Wire clamps. Smashers. Now you see, red is the smallest one for 22 to 18 gauge wire. Blue is for 16 to 14. And yellow is the 12 to 10. I'm going to take this, open them up, make sure your wire's still there, put it in the blue spot. Got to make sure it's nice and good and flat, wire still there. And you're going to squeeze down until you see it go right there. And squeeze some more because over squeezing ain't a bad thing. I'm going to move it forward just a tiny bit. And put it in the same spot, squeeze again, and just like that right there, this ain't going nowhere. Now, smart way, take you some electrical tape.
That's not the lizard.
It's not electrical tape. Get it brand new. Now, you can either use electrical tape or shrink wrap tape on this. Doesn't really matter. Some more professionals use shrink wrap, which what I'd be doing if I would have got some, but I forgot. Happens when you work 5 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, we both just got off.
And yep. Just leave a little bit of blue out. Since this is a negative wire, it doesn't really matter too much, but we still don't want that going anywhere. It's a nice tight. Let it roll back a little bit. Too much electrical tape is absolutely fine. Just pinch it together. That's just another protection just to make sure it doesn't slide out or wire gets exposed on the back. Set that to the side. Now I get some tools and we're gonna unhook that.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all help. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all support. So, like, comment, subscribe, and share. We do more than fix cars to put cars together. We put LED lights on the cars. Check out everything else we do on this channel.
Now, that looked like a number 8 to me. So, we're going to put our thing in reverse. I generally get an extension, because if I didn't get that extension, it would be down there like that, and that's a pain.
Pain in the butt.
I was wrong. Maybe it's a 9, maybe it's a 10.
Sitting on them bricks. Yeah, tell me why I got these and knowing dang well I cannot use them. Not for the Camaro. Maybe for the Jeep.
Now, it was a number 10 socket, so if you ever use this, it's going to be a number 10. All we want to do is just loosen it up just a tiny bit. This spot right here is actually for any extra bits like what we're installing now. Now, you're just going to have your wire side facing up. Take your nut, don't try to lose it. Just tighten it down. You may want to put your wire off to right a little bit, because once we tighten down this nut with the wrench, it's gonna bring this way. Now we got a good solid connection right there. This ain't gonna go nowhere, and it's right in line with your natural wiring. Now we set this off to the side. Try to not scratch the car. And yeah, I'll worry about this once we actually get ready to drill. Because right now that'll just be in the way. Now we get to play the fun game of which one's the right wire. So get all your wires nice and spaced out. And what we're going to end up doing is going ahead and clipping our wire right here behind our fuse. We want to leave our fuse still on there, and we still want to give us enough room to still be able to attach our extra wire onto our button, and from our button to the battery. Well, to the kit, actually. So, leave you a nice good space in between the two. Good thing about this kit, we can always take a knife and cut that and still get some more wire, but we want to try to stay away from that best we can. So, there goes that. Later, we will swap that too. But we're just going to set that out of the way. Now, we can go ahead and strip that right there, because we will be using it for a connection later. Now, if you have the problem that I'm having, well, I got it that time, but with this, if you have a smaller gauge wire, you just twist that. It lets you get a better bite on there. You just want to twist that. All we're doing right now is going to be running from our button, from one of these wires to here. We're going to twist this wire around here and run the other one to the thing. And we're just going to keep pressing our button until the lights come on. Which, first we're going to try, since they're kind of diagonal with each other, we're going to try the red one and the black one. See how that turns out. May turn out good. Not like it can go wrong or anything. So, just take it. I have no risk of actually getting shocked right now because I'm not touching any metal right now, bare skinned. Did the lights come on?
No.
No? Okay. We're going to press the button. Lights come on?
Nope.
Nope. So that's wrong wire. So we got to keep on trying this, and actually I think our red one may go to our battery, but it wouldn't have mattered right there because the circuit still would have been completed. So that one's out the way, now that we know the black one's out the way. And of course this is Chinese made wiring, so who knows which one's going to actually take the current into there. So this is going to be a bunch of trial and error, but we got nothing to worry about right now, because it's just going to be a temporary little... Lights on?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So not the yellow one. And see, Chinese lettering. So that kind of sucks. And I don't see none on that one either. So, yellow one's out. And we may take a look at the actual writing on the papers we did get. Even though it's the wrong diagram, it may lead us into the right way. Lights on?
Not yet.
Alrighty, let's try the green one. Then we will refer to our wiring. Lights on?
No.
Let's try the blue and just start over again. We know the red one's out. The red one is completely out now. Seeing as how if we was to still keep on using the red one, we would test it with all these, but since how that one, the red one, got tested with all of them already with the button pressed, we want this system to come on when the button's pressed. Seeing as how it's been most of its time off, the button will be depressed, keeping the life of the system longer. On?
Off.
Off. Alright, let's try the yellow and blue. Still off?
Yep.
Okay. Green and blue.
We got lights.
We got lights. Alrighty.
All good.
Now that we know it's the, so what did we say, yellow and blue? Or was it green and blue? See again?
Nope.
Nope, so it was the green and blue. Correct?
Yep.
Alrighty, green and blue.
Green and blue.
So now we're gonna see, since how he wants this light on whenever the kit does come on, we know the power is now coming from the blue. So we're gonna match the blue and the green onto right here. Lights came on, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we know that's still a good source. We know it's the green. We're gonna try the yellow. Lights on?
Lights on.
Still no light?
No, it came on.
No, I'm talking about the light in the button. So we're gonna move to the red and blue. Lights are on, but I can't see if the button light is on or not. I don't think it is, though. Okay. Alright, I don't see it coming on. So, here, we're actually gonna do a button test. Button is gonna be pressed to where the button's out. The lights should not come on right now.
Nope.
And button pressed.
It came on.
Alrighty. So, seems like the lights in this button doesn't work, which is
It's alright.
kind of typical with Chinese-made products. So, we know it's the blue and green. So, we're going to move them over there. Now, you don't want to just leave these wires out and about like that. So, what we're going to do is, we're just going to go ahead and just cut them wires. Completely clean off. Then we take some electrical tape and get them good. So, I'm go ahead and, I don't know if I can get it cut. And cut.
Don't forget y'all watching the pro at work, so I
haven't
suggest
installed
watch
them
every
on.
step by step, especially installing on a Camaro.
Yes. Now, the fuse that we cut off earlier is going to be installed on the, still be installed. But the reason why we took it off now is because we don't need it right now. We're just trial and error right now. And the next thing, we're going to wire. It can be crude or not. We just need it to be on there. All it's doing is protecting that little copper from touching anything other. And we don't want any of these. Sucks you got to go back to work tonight because you ain't barely going to get any sleep.
Oh, sure. You already know how I do it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say I'm live.
Yeah, because you never know who's watching. Yeah, I can't lie. I'll be doing the same thing too. Okay, now since we got all that nice and clipped, we're just gonna smush them together. Now, since there's no risk of them touching each other, take our electrical tape. Always use electrical tape when messing with electrical things.
I think that's electrical tape too, right? But that's the one I just bought.
Yeah, this is electrical tape. You can tell because it has that sticky side and it's real nice and tough. Same thing.
Yeah.
See?
Alright. That was old. I didn't know what that was. It was old.
Yeah. Well, either way, I don't think electrical tape goes bad. I know the old stuff does, but like the oldie. But this won't go bad. And even though we know that there is no reaction since we just tested it on everything, we don't really have to worry about this electrical tape. But we just want that out of the way. You've been getting dirt up in there.
I'm gonna have to clean it out.
Well, just smush it all together. Now, since we know that's completely fine. Now, we get the joys. We're gonna put that to where it's coming out again. See, blue one was battery. That one was the other one. So I am gonna go ahead and cut that open a little bit so I can have it to where it's actually coming out a bit. With this hard plastic stuff, it's really hard to actually, I don't have the proper tool to do it. But all I'm basically doing is scoring the rubber while twisting it. Just trying to cut into the rubber a little bit. I'm not trying to cut into the wires. Again, not trying to cut into the wires. All we're doing is just getting the rubber. It's very hard to do without cutting the wires. But if you do cut the wires, don't just immediately freak out and think you have to redo all this. You don't. That's the reason why we have electrical tape. We got some of the wires showing now. I'm just gonna keep on trying to make it come out some. If I had a knife.
What that knife you had?
Yeah, it kind of went away. But this is the trickiest part.
I think I got this one probably sharper. What you think?
Yeah, there we go. Seeing as how this is a tough rubber,
You gonna try to cut through it with this?
I gotta try to get that red wire out. Like actually out.
Like, put that in there.
See how tight that is?
Oh, that's super tight.
So I'm just gonna keep on shaving it like some wood. As soon as I see that red wire, I will immediately stop, and I've accidentally cut into the black wire, so we're gonna have to take some tape and do it, but there's no sense of doing it right now. Just for a simple fact being, I may cut it again. Man, I hate this. If these kits would come with a lot of extra wire, we wouldn't really have this problem. But seeing as how it don't, we have this problem. So, if that fails, which it has for us, seeing as how that rubber is too tight, but at the same time, that tight rubber is a good thing. Yeah. We are going to put my spare wire over here. Luckily, I brought my own spare wire. I got 2 different gauges. It doesn't matter. They're still rated for 12 volts. Actually, this one here is rated for 300.
Way more than car battery.
Yeah, way more. It actually does come with a positive and negative. But we ain't gonna need both of them. We're gonna need one. So we're gonna make sure that all this wire says 300, 300 volts, which it does, and it is rated for, I don't see the amps on there, but it's fine. And we're gonna go ahead and separate these two. And since it's the positive one, we're gonna go ahead and use the red one. This will just be another connection, which luckily we have a box of connectors down there. Again, make it a nice, good length. No such thing as too much. Now this wire has come with some soldering there. Now, I don't like having the soldering there because it can cause a faulty connection later on. So we're just gonna clip that off. And again, since this wire is gonna be a different gauge than what we're actually using, the connectors we're using, I'm gonna twist it up, bend it, just coming around. Now before we go down there and connect it to that one, we're just gonna go ahead and do this side too. Let's go ahead and just snap that off there, right there. Again, give you 1/2 an inch to 1/4 an inch. With it redoubling it up, it's going to be in 1/2 an inch. Oh, I wish the wind would stop blowing.
For real.
Okay. Now we're going to grab our. Let me get my drill off the ground. We're going to grab our connectors over here, which we just have 100. Splices 2 wires together, 10 to 121 volts. Well, we're not going to need that much, but I will. We're going to grab 2 because we're going to need one to connect our wire to here, Then we're going to need to connect our other end of the wire to the button.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes,
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Tyler Brooks 5150. I'll be posting stuff like this as well.
Yeah, tune in, y'all.
Now we can grab our button over here, and we said blue to the battery, green to the kit. Twist that up. I'm gonna fold it a little bit, show it down in there, push it in. Now when doing stuff like this can actually wiggle itself out. So press it in hard, set the button down on something, and push it again. And seeing how this connector is red while that one was blue, we're going to use the red one. Now, a word of advice with clamps like mine, to where they have a grip function, have it to where you can actually let go of the red. Make sure you bend it in the same spot, not turn this and bend it that way, because that can mess up the metal inside. You press down, press that way with the wire. Then you can crimp down hard. Then once you, we crimped it off. Woohoo! If that happens, don't worry. That's the reason why we have a bunch of extra wire. But it does kind of suck because we're going to have to redo this side as well, because now this crimp is done for.
We got 99 more to go.
That's right. We ain't going to use that much. Cross our fingers. But that's the reason why you always buy extra, folks. Again, just like that. It don't matter if some of these wires are cut off or not. Just because the current's going to move from copper wire to copper wire. Well, copper strand to copper strand. Get our new connectors. And let's go ahead and just do this one first instead of the actual wire, since we have more leverage on the wire than we do the button. And what happened there, folks, is I clamped down a little too hard, causing the clamps to cut the wire on the inside. But no problem.
No biggie.
No biggie, no biggie. So this time we're going to use the blue one instead of the red one, since how we know the red one cuts it off, even though it is made for it. But what do you expect with Walmart tools? Get your stuff from Harbor Freight, people. The good stuff, not the cheap stuff. Even though I do buy the cheap stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
When it comes to my own tools.
Great value. Still value.
So, exactly. Now, we're going to go ahead and press the other one in. Again, clamp it on the same side. We don't want to take this and clamp it like that, because then it can mess the metal up on the inside, like I said earlier. This is the biggest part about this install right now, is wiring. Because if you go wrong with the wiring, after you done set up everything, then now you got LED lights that don't work.
You don't want that.
No, because then you have a $100 pair of LED lights that ain't gonna do crap. Now, we're gonna go ahead, since how we know this is gonna be enough wiring, because this is gonna get snaked up right through there, and all this is gonna be invisible. All that's gonna be seen is just this top part right there. And if you come over to my truck, because I've done the same thing, almost the same thing, I just used a bigger button than what Mr. D-Lo got. Make sure I press the right button. Oh, I could just do this. My LED lights have fallen down because, oh, sorry. I did not go with the actual metal brand. I just went with 3M regular store-bought. But same concept, except mine turns on. Well,
Got to check on.
yeah, I gotta activate those.
Not yet.
That means my wiring has failed. Someone has clipped my wiring. But you get the gist of it. I'm gonna have to fix my LED lights and figure out what reason they're not coming on. But I just had my transmission replaced, which means the store could have cut them off.
Probably.
Without realizing it, but oh well. Y'all get the gist of how the button's gonna look, so we're gonna continue on. Because we ain't working on mine today. Okay, back to what I was saying. We know the button's gonna go, let's say right here. So we're gonna imagine the length of this wire going right here, down the back side of this. You got something right there. It used to be an old thing, but then it popped out. And you're gonna basically imagine this wire going from here all the way down to here over to our battery. And we're gonna go ahead and cut the wire right here, because a lot of wire can be in your way. And also we can go ahead and reattach our fuse. So we're gonna go ahead and clamp that off so we don't forget about it later, and so we don't have to do it while it's right here. If you can avoid putting these connectors on bending over, it's a whole lot better on your back in the long run. So clip them. Go ahead and clip both sides. I'm gonna need a little bit more extra on that side, but that don't matter. And it doesn't matter which way this fuse goes, but generally you get it to where the power is coming right through here on the, have the way to go in the backside. But it doesn't matter on a fuse, because either or, it's going to burn out in the center before your system does. So twist your wires again, and since this is a bigger gauge, we ain't going to have to do the double thing. Go ahead and grab 2 of these connectors. And to see if I was to go ahead and put one on here and clip it to the wire, I'd have to bend over like this to clamp the other one. So, learn from experience.
Facts.
Experience.
You're doing a good job. I can tell you've done this before.
Oh yeah, done it 3 times already. All self-taught.
Get some good promo. Make some
yeah.
shorts.
Definitely. Be able to take a little clips from that and do what you got to with it.
It's already 40 minutes long. So.
Doesn't even feel like we've been out here that long, dude. Now, we grab our other little tab. Like I said, it don't matter which way. Since how I already put that on that side, it'd be, oh well now. Been up for, see here, we've been up for like, what time is it now?
8.
20 hours now. So you have to forgive us, folks. But actually, I'm not that sleepy. Actually,
I ain't eat it.
To be honest, again, use the blue side, and have it flat with your fuse. You want the metal coming out the wires coming out just a tiny bit, and we're gonna push them in. Bring that out to the outer edge. Even though our plastic just popped right there, we don't got to worry about that. That's probably from the cold, actually. I'm going to move it out just a tiny bit more because we really want that on the end right there to get crimped. Now, that should be perfectly good, which it is. I know you all can't tell it on camera, but I pulled pretty good right there. I'll go ahead and take our electrical tape, the new one, since this is going to be directly connected to the battery. Ooh, look, our plastic piece actually came off on that. So that's what them look like on the inside. Nice, good, flat. Only had 2 wires escape, so that's pretty good. Go ahead and take our electrical tape. Nothing we can really do about this plastic piece right there now. But oh well, that's just there for...
Show you what it is, huh?
Yep. Show them the mistakes. Because if they decide to contact me on my Facebook or YouTube, Jonathan Brooks is my Facebook. Has me in a cowboy hat. In my truck. Just contact me on Messenger and we find you a quote. I do request that you buy your own products, but do contact me before you do, because I'll be able to tell you the bullcrap ones.
That's what I had to do.
Yes. Even though I'm the one who really talked you into doing it.
Yeah, you talking me into doing it, bro. I would think about it, though.
Yeah. Well, it's going to look good. Your car's going to go great with frost blue. Like, really frost blue or purple, actually.
Yeah, I like the Lakers.
You like the what?
The Lakers.
Lakers, yeah. It's just, you can't have straight blue, red, or orange, flashing colors, or changing colors, or fading in and out colors while going down the road. It's illegal, but when you're stopped in a parking lot, screw other people.
Yep.
Screw the cops. Because with this being a Camaro, they're going to be looking out for him. Trust me. Now,
ain't like I'm gonna be speeding.
I don't know. You speeding pretty good coming back. So now we can go ahead and clamp this side of the wire. Again, different gauge, so we're going to give ourselves some extra. Twist before you bend, so more strands end up nice and good. This one needs to get on something, right? I keep saying that, but
You keep on coming.
I know. Again, use the blue because we know these ones here. We don't want this to shatter right here because we only have a little bit. Luckily, he got some extra fuses. So if this does mess up right here, we do have a backup one to go to. But I'm going to try my best not to mess up right here, because that would suck. Just want to flatten. I like to flatten mine all the way out. Look at there. Nice and tight.
Not going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere. and go ahead and just wrap our electrical tape. Always put your electrical tape on your wires while it's easy. Because if you don't, you're gonna be bending over like this, doing some electrical tape, and trust me, it ain't good. Because you're finna see me do it right there too. Green's gonna go to the battery now. It shouldn't matter. We give it a test. It don't matter because the current's gonna be going through there either way. It's just the blue one's what we had on the battery, but it don't matter. I'm finna show you. It ain't gonna matter neither. Get to that. Well, it integrated right there. And press the button in. And if it does matter, it's an easy change. Lights should be on.
Lights on.
See, it don't matter. As long as the current passes through there.
Y'all hear the pro?
Alrighty, now we're gonna take our number 10 socket again. Ooh, these have gotten cold. Turn it to where it's coming out. And with cars, if you decide to do this on not a Camaro and one that has a lot of computers and stuff, try to be real careful to not arc. You don't want this leaving the other metal piece because it can cause fuses to blow out or really anything. And I would have liked to have more on this, but I can't because it came with a short little thing. So all we're gonna do the same thing like I did last time. Just put that just like there. Put our wrench on, tighten. And if I can get on the nut, looks like I didn't get it tightened enough. There we go. Starting to tighten. Don't over tighten because you don't want to strip out the nuts. There just went my thing, but oh well. And now we're good to completely seal that fuse in because that would be the last time we will see it. Good luck taking that fuse off, dude. If it ever does blow. Alrighty, now that's connected to there. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab some extra wire, and we're gonna go ahead and use the black wire wherever it just went. I think I threw it over here. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna sprain my ankle at work.
Dang. How you do that?
Hopping out of the tractor, I guess.
Yeah, I do it.
I guess I'm getting old. I don't know why.
Nah, you just getting cold.
Yeah, getting cold. Actually, before I forget, we're gonna go ahead and get any wire that I exposed earlier, just because we don't want to forget about it. This right here don't matter because it's still covered right there. And we don't want to forget this, since this is right here near the, we don't want these two grounding out on each other. If that happens, the fuse is gonna blow and the wires are gonna melt, which ain't good. So just put a couple little strips, just bend it down. Too much electrical tape ain't a thing. Just like that. And we know that's gonna set up just like this right here. And they're just like that right there. That's how that's gonna sit.
Yes.
So now we know we need to run. We can see if we can reuse some of the wire we already used, which sadly it's, well, maybe enough, but I don't like it having that short. So we'll go ahead and get our wire, our new wire. Go ahead and cut the ends off. Oh, we ain't gonna need to cut the other end off, but get a nice good bit of it out. See, it's about 28, 30 degrees outside right now, people.
Yeah, hands is freezing, the feet freezing. Whoa.
Yeah, look at me. I'm in.
I know your feet cold.
That's when you know you working with a professional. He comes out and just this right here. I tell you what. You want want to close the door on my truck, please?
Got all the tools.
Yeah, y'all didn't miss nothing. Again, put it in the blue, even though this connector is red. Push it in there with the middle. Push the wire in. Crimp. Folks, you didn't miss anything. All I did was just move our wires down here. Now, sadly, there's no way to avoid us from not bending over right now. So, you just want to put your clampers right there, same place. Make sure you're clamping in the same level. Again, press it tight. Press on there. And press again. A little bit up. These clamps are old, so they're very hard to open and close. But I know they ain't gonna fail. So, and like I said, we're gonna go ahead and clamp the ends as well, because that end also holds the wire in, just like that right there. Good and tight, good and tight.